Hi everyone, welcome to this video on prepositions of place. Let's take a look. Prepositions of place in English tell a location of something, where something is. Here are some examples. In this one, the ball is on the box. The ball is under the box. The ball is in the box. The ball is in front of, so it's this side of the box. The ball is behind the box. The ball is between the boxes. So that's in the middle of, between. The ball is above the box. Now, I like to explain here the difference between on and above. Okay. If something is on something else, it means it's touching it. Okay. Here, the ball is touching the box, it's on the box. Above means that they are not touching, there's space here. Okay. So, for example, the ceiling or the roof is above me. It's not touching my head, but it is over me. Okay. Below. The ball is below the box. The ball is next to the box. Next to means to the side. And the ball is near the box. Near is another word for close, close to. So they are close together. The ball is near the box. Here are some other examples. The fruit is in the bowl. The owl is on the branch. The movie tickets are next to the popcorn. The pencil is near the eraser. The painting is above the sofa. The shoes are under the table. The fridge, that's short for refrigerator. The fridge is across from the stove. The apple is between the strawberry and the banana. The girl is in front of the boy. The teacher is behind the desk. So there are two common or popular ways to make a sentence when you are using prepositions of place in English. Let's take a look at those. The first one is the plus your noun, verb, preposition, plus the and another noun. Let's look at some examples. The cookie is on the plate. Okay, here's the cookie. The cookie is on the plate. The strawberries, there's plural, are on the plate. Here's the strawberries on the plate. So both of these sentences start with the. Okay? Then we could also use their. Okay? So this one begins with their, uses is or are, depending on if it's singular or plural, maybe a, depending on your noun. Noun, preposition, the, and noun. There is a cup of coffee on the table. Here it is. There are bananas on the table. Okay, and bananas was plural. Okay, so these are two different sentence frames to help you use prepositions of place in English. Let's practice this a little bit together. Here are the sentence frames again, just in case you want to still see those. we're going to talk about these pictures. Let's look at number 1, which is an example. The books are under the TV. There are books under the TV. There's our 2 sentence frames. We said the same thing, but in 2 different sentences. Okay, let's look at number 2 together. The food is on the plate. There is food on the plate. Okay, again, using a sentence that starts with the and a sentence that starts with there. The apple is between the bananas. There is an apple between the bananas. The palm tree is next to the pine tree. There is a palm tree next to the pine tree. The painting is above the bed. There is a painting above the bed. The fruit is in the bowl. There is fruit in the bowl. The refrigerator is across from the stove. There is a refrigerator across from the stove. And the shoes are in front of the couch. There are shoes in front of the couch. So there are multiple examples using both sentence frames. Another thing to consider when learning prepositions of place is explaining where you live, okay? We use each of the prepositions to describe a different part or a different location of where you live. So we use in to describe a country and a city. For example, Rebecca lives in the United States. She lives in New York City. You can also use in for a state if you are in the United States. Rebecca lives in New York. Rebecca lives in California. You can also use it for your county. In the United States, we have states and then counties within those states. So for example, I live in Rochester, New York. So I live in Rochester is my city. I live in Monroe County. I would use in, okay? We use on to describe the street, avenue, or road that you live on. She lives on Pine Street. Okay? You live on Main Street. We use on to tell the street. And we say at to give the specific number address. She lives at 1089 Pine Street. So let's take a look at this in conversation. Where do you live? You could answer this in many ways. I live in the United States. I live in Rochester, New York. I live on Main Street. Or I live at 152 Main Street. Okay, so that may come up if you're giving directions or your address to someone, family, friends, to come visit you. You'll need to know how to explain where you live using the correct preposition of place. Okay, thanks everyone for watching this video on prepositions of place.